Hi, conscious mothers. I'm so happy to be here with you today. And let me know when you come on so we can get rolling. My internet looks slow. Are we on? I think we are. Hi, you guys. Hi, conscious mothers. Tell me if this is working. Okay, I was having internet troubles. Should be good now. Today, I'm coming on to name just a really sucky thing that happens to mothers. That's my goal today. I'm going to name a sucky thing that happens to a lot of mothers. It has happened to a lot of my clients, and lately there have been a string of women reaching out to me for conversations about um, the deeply painful place that they're stuck in, feeling overwhelmed and crappy every day, and not like themselves, and out of their energy, um, and mean to their kids, just snapping. And and sometimes when you're in that place, it's really hard to share that with somebody. So we're going to talk about that today, how you share that with somebody. And sometimes it can backfire on you. And I know that a lot of you who are knowing that you need help, knowing that you want help, are afraid of this thing happening. So maybe if we name it here, it can really help you to shed the fear or put your finger on the fear and notice that you are holding back and avoiding naming what's going on for you because of this reason. And that maybe you hadn't noticed that before. So, we're going to talk about what's normal and what's not normal in terms of struggling in motherhood. You know, what a lot of people wonder about is anyone else feeling the way that I do? And this group is such a haven, it's such a sanctuary for mothers who have been in other groups out there, either that are really negative and complaining, or that really where there's a lot of judgment or criticism or something. This group is really all about kind of naming what sucks, and then really giving you tools for knowing like how to shift out of that. And sometimes the best answer for that is to just reach out and have a conversation with me, because you don't know where to begin and you can't kind of suss it out from what I'm offering here, or you want more. um so you guys, is anybody here? Tell me if you're here with me. I can't see reactions on this one for some reason. Anyways, you guys hit the like button if you can hear me and we're good to go. And then we'll dive in. Just hit the like button so I know. I can't see who you are. Um, but we're going to dive in with basically um, what I've been hearing people say lately. So, oh, thanks. Yay. Hi, Suzanne. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to name what sucks. so, um, so here's one thing that really does suck is that we get into being a mom. We get like on our journey into motherhood. Kids might be, you might have babies, or you might have kids who are teens, anywhere in between. And you realize that you just are kind of like doing it the way your parents did. You're trying to do it differently, but like in your tough moments under stress, the thing that comes out is the yelling like your mom yelled or like your dad yelled. And there's something you see in yourself that you just hate. You can't stand it. And it's a part of you that's hard to be with, hard to sit with. All right. So that's one thing that can happen. Another one is you get so tired that you spiral into being depleted, exhausted. Almost everyone I talk to has either heart palpitations, racing heart, chest pains. And I spoke to 3 people in the last week who've gone to get EKGs recently because they were sure that they were having heart problems. These are like 30-year-olds. And if this is you, that is stress. Get it checked out to make sure it's not anything else. But when you go to the doctor and they say, no, you're good, you're fine, then that is stress. That is your body talking to you to say you need to find better mechanisms for handling stress so that I don't collapse under the weight of all of this stress. All right, that's what that is. So when I hear these things, when I hear moms saying, "I'm so exhausted," or I'm so like up and down all the time. I have moments of happiness, but I can't hang on to them. Or I'm just in a pattern. I'm stuck in a loop chasing my tail of feeling like really overwhelmed and then defeated and can't shake those heavy feelings. If you have a spirited kid or a kid who tantrums, it's like really hard to bounce back from that. Hard to you don't feel like yourself. You don't feel like you're knowing what you want anymore or able to take action along the lines of what you want. Okay, this is like different versions of feeling overwhelmed, feeling lost. You're in the right place, you guys. If you're here feeling that way, like you're stuck, you're tired of feeling mad or irritated all the time, you're sick of thinking like, why doesn't anyone else around me take more responsibility? It means you're working too hard. It's usually what that is. You're working too hard to kind of take care of everyone else because you don't know how to do it differently. You don't know how to really kind of let go and feel great about what you're doing and see everyone else kind of rise to the occasion. That's a really vulnerable place to be. And several different people told me recently that they have reached out to their doctors, their trusted doctors, their therapist, their a friend, a mom, a sister, and have been told that to share the deepest piece of the pain, you guys, like confided in someone. And I know this isn't easy. To go to a friend is one thing. To go to a practitioner or an expert is another thing, and say, I'm suffering. I Things are not going well for me. I'm crying a lot. I'm having a hard time getting out of bed. I'm dreading the day. I am having chest pains. My heart hurts. Um, Relationships aren't great. I am. This is not right. This is not okay for me. It's not right. Like these women were saying, this isn't right. This isn't okay for me. And what they were being told, so sadly, is it's totally normal. It's normal. How old are your kids? Oh, they're 6 and 8. Or, oh, you have a 1 year old and a 5 year old. That's just kind of the way it goes. It's really normal to be depleted, exhausted, not sleeping well, highly anxious. Um, and you guys, that's why I'm in here talking today. Um, when you hear a message like it's normal to be totally stressed out, disconnected from your desires, from your life force energy, from your mental clarity. When you hear that message, it's like it's like someone saying it's okay for you to be so run down and unhappy. And that is not a message that is okay. That is just not a message that is okay. That gets my fire going when I hear that, because what I heard these women saying was, I'm hurting so deeply and I need somebody to acknowledge that in me and to admit they just don't know how to fix it. That's what that is. And hey, that's okay. That's okay. If you go to an expert who doesn't know how to resolve your pain or your overwhelm or your anxiety because it's not their area of specialty, like like a physician, an MD, or like a psychiatrist who prescribes pills for a living, or like a therapist whose area of expertise is not resolving emotional trauma, you guys, it's okay for everybody to not be the right person you need. But what's not okay is that you dig down deep and you finally go, I'm going to get some help. And you're met with someone who's in a level of authority, power, expertise, whatever, who you share your heart with, and then they say, it's totally normal. I'm here to say it's not normal. It's totally not normal for us as mothers to be depleted, exhausted, highly anxious, not able to focus, stressed out, and unhappy in our relationships. It isn't normal, and it isn't right. That's not what we're here to do. That's not what we're here to. What we're here to do, and so I'm offering you a big mental shift and reframe from this. Okay, so instead of is it normal? Is it not normal? Because people will tell you, yeah, it's just going to be hard. Well, for how long? Like, if this is normal and I've got kids that I'm responsible for the next 20 years, if you're early on in your journey, do you really think that it's okay for you? Doesn't matter if someone else says it's normal or not, But are you really okay with being holding that message, agreeing with that yeah, I'm going to be exhausted for the next 20 years. I guess that's just kind of how it goes for me because I decided to be a mom. And if you tap into your heart of hearts, you're going to hear that is not the deal. That is not what you signed up for. The moments of joy, of pure giggles, of spontaneity, of fun, of connection, of like deep appreciation and gratitude and connection where your heart pours open, your tears flood your eyes. That's why you became a mom. You became a mom to have somebody look up at you and say, I love you more than anything in the whole wide world. More than anything in the whole wide world. To have somebody that you could support and grow into a beautiful human. So here's the deal. What's normal as a mom is to feel squeezed, to feel stressed when it's time to grow. Okay, this is the truth serum for today. It is totally normal to feel squeezed, stretched beyond your limits, hating the world or your family, hating yourself. Those are normal human experiences. When they come up, though, instead of just going like, well, I guess it's normal, there's nothing I can do about it, I want to offer you a huge mental shift, which is, I am feeling this because it's time for me to grow. It's time for you to grow. If you're exhausted, depleted, scared, anxious, overwhelmed, hating your partner, it's time to grow. It's not time to, for most of you, it's not time to ditch the partner. It's not time to run away from home. I know the fantasies are there, but the true message is it isn't okay for life to be this hard and me to struggle this much, so much so that I resent my kids, I resent my partner. I am worthy of more than that. I'm worthy of a beautiful life of connection, fun, purpose. You are worthy of that, okay? So again, the mind shift is it's normal to feel negative emotion, to feel stressed, to feel constricted, tight, scared, panicked, overwhelmed when it's time for you to grow. Okay, that's why those things come in. Our minds will make all kinds of stories. You guys might have heard your minds tell you stories like, that's happening because I suck. That's happening because I'm failing. Because my mom didn't teach me that. My parents were abusive. I experienced such a tough life growing up. So, you know, maybe that's a reason. Maybe that's a reason. Maybe it could be valid. Maybe you could justify your difficulty now by hanging on to those things for another decade. Or you could just learn how to change it. That's kind of what it boils down to. We can hang on to smallness. We can hang on to fear, to wanting to explain, analyze, beat it to death to justify why we're in suffering, to justify why our kids are so annoying, why our partner should be doing more, why we're so tired. Or we could fix being tired. We could fix the marriage. We could fix and eliminate the resentment. We could eliminate the exhaustion, tap back into our energy, and just live in that place every day. Those are choices we have. Those are choices we have. Now, the answer in like where to begin with that is because what most of us will do is, okay, so I'm hearing you say that this is here so I can grow. So what do I do now? What's the step? What's the how, right? And you want to do it on your own. That's just what we do. We want to do it on our own. And then we think reaching out for help or for a conversation or to ask to be supported or to pay money to invest in the solution is bad, wrong. There's stigma attached to it. It makes me weak. It means this. It means that. It means that. You guys, that meaning you can do a dance with for the next 50 years and still be unhappy and miserable. Or you could choose to tune in and listen to your feelings as the guidance. If I'm unhappy and I'm miserable and I'm anxious or I'm tightly trying to control everything and it's exhausting, if I'm living in that space of I can't leave work at work and be home and be present and vice versa, If I'm living in that space and it's making me unhappy, I'm going to listen to that unhappiness. I'm not going to try to run from it, avoid it, shoo it away, pretend it's not there, vent about it on girls' night. I'm not going to do those things. I'm going to turn inward and go, God, I'm so unhappy. I feel it. I make room for it. I'm so unhappy. I'm going to admit to myself that something isn't right, that this is not a feeling that I want to keep living with. Okay, step one. And then step two, what do I want to do about it? What do I want to do about it? So it might be an issue that's a really easy fix. Like you're happy otherwise, but you can see that you're not able to accomplish what you need to accomplish in a day and be present with your kid. You know how to be present with your kids. You love and enjoy spending time with them. But there's a time issue and you need to hire help and support half time or for 2 days a week or something. You need to. And you can. And you just haven't thought of it yet. That's easy fix. Do that thing. Or you might need to ask your partner for support, your partner who is not seeing what help you need and you're not knowing how to express it. But you're able to. You have that training, you know how to communicate clearly, and you're able to say, hey, I need help with this thing. We're partners, we're on the same team. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me in this running of the family business. And your partner steps in and you're connected and you get the things done and it's great. Another easy fix. What I know to be true though is that most of us, if that is something we know how to do, we will already be doing it and life will be pretty damn good. We'll be feeling a lot of balance, feeling a lot of harmony, really loving being with our kids, right? Really productive at work, productive at home. Okay. The sort of everybody else, the category that everyone else falls into, you might find yourself into, sitting in is you might need to upgrade your system. You might not know how to ask for what you need and get it. You might not know how to receive it when it shows up. You might criticize it, judge it, poo poo it, like, you know, ugh, I knew I should have done it myself. So you've got bitterness and resentment and judgment in you. That's a block. That's in your way from living the life of your dreams. When you criticize and judge a partner or your kids for not doing it right, that's an abundance block in your life to joy. Okay? So that means the system, the engine under the hood, needs reprogramming and rebuilding. There is no other way, there's no shortcut. Can't do it alone. You just can't. You can do some things alone in terms of building that connection with yourself and starting to listen more, starting to kind of be more aware of what you're feeling. You can do that through meditation. You can do that through stillness, through tapping in. Um, Sometimes people get somewhere with journaling, although that's a slippery slope. A lot of times people just vent in their journals. This is what's wrong, and I'm judging this and judging that, so it's not all that productive. You can do that piece on your own with like starting to pay more attention to you, and I hope everyone in here is taking that step. If you're in here and you're listening to me but you're not taking that step, take that step right now to start listening to you more, sitting for 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes at night, listening, tuning in, feeling your body, becoming more aware, listening to a talk of mine every day. Start doing those steps. If you're finding though that then you just hit that point where like, I don't know the how, I don't know what to do next, then you probably do want more and you probably are ready for more, and I can help you suss that out. Let's just reach out to me. We'll have a chat. You can message me. You can just go straight to my calendar, book a call, grab an hour. It may not take us that long, but let's find out where you are and let's see what's your next most powerful step that you can take to have efficiency in your emotions, in your thoughts, in your life, to really metabolize that anger, the resentment, to really release that stuff that's so stuck that will keep you bound for the rest of your life unless you decide to fix it. I mean, we can see this in our parents. You can look at your parents and you can see what work have they not done to heal, and it becomes really obvious that they never chose it. It's not like They had a hard life. So it's like they just didn't want to wake up to that. And we can stay asleep to things too. Or we can choose the things that are really bothering us to wake up to. That's what the feelings are. They're your guidance. That means your communication from your higher self, tapping you on the shoulder to say, I'm going to make your heart pound out of your chest to say you're not connected to your heart right now. It's time to learn how to drop into love and how to get past the judgment, anger, and fear that's in the driver's seat, calling all the shots for you. I'm so glad you're here, Elizabeth. Yay. So if you're here and you're listening and any of this is landing for you and resonating, I want to give you a call to action. And you can choose your level. You can choose your own adventure. Choose your level. 1, you're really not connected to you. You don't know what's so painful and you just know you're not happy. Start listening to you every day. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. Download Insight Timer app and spend 5 minutes listening to chimes, and scan. Do a body scan. Be with your body. Be with yourself. If tears come, great, cry. If rage comes, great, feel it. Don't act it out. Feel it. Let yourself feel it. Let it move. If fear comes up, then you've got something to work on with all of that, and you're not going to know what to do with it. I mean, I wouldn't expect anybody to know what to do with it. You need a guide. You need someone to hold your hand. You need support. And if you're ready for that, then reach out. Let's see if we're fit to work together. Okay. I'm helping moms every day to break free of generations of trauma, generations of not knowing how to handle sensitivity, meaning I'm a big feeler, I'm an empath, and I suck up everyone else's negativity, and then I don't know how to hold a boundary and create my own happiness. This is most of my clients. Really easy to overwhelm, really easy to lose themselves, giving everything over to kids. And then for what? To say, like, I gave it 1,000%. But then at the end of the day, you're not fulfilled. You're not happy. And you know what, you guys, you get to be happy. You get to be fulfilled. But here's the catch. Nobody can choose it for you. Nobody can choose it for you. Only you can choose it for yourself. And you have to choose it for yourself if it's going to happen. Okay, so whether that's me or there's another person who's a great next step for you, or a plan or some action steps, I'll help you suss that out. So don't hesitate to reach out to me if you don't know where to begin, or you really are hearing what I'm saying and you go, I know there's more and I want that. The end result for Awakened Motherhood clients, and that's a 12-week intensive program, and it is intensive. And the reason why I say that is because we are seriously getting to the source of what is out of balance in you. And we're rewiring your energy. We're rewiring your thoughts and your emotions to a new set point so that your emotional home is of calm, lasting calm, so that you always have the know-how to shift out of a challenge or transmute the challenge into the gift, receive the gift, and become stronger from it for every step of your journey. Okay. So, our clients are masters. They're becoming masters. Those who are in the work right now, and those who are beyond the work on the other side, are really dialing in their mastery over how to shift their emotional energy always into more joy, always into more love, and how to create such beautiful, authentic connection in their relationships that there's no room for negativity. There's no room. There's no yelling at kids anymore. There's no room to gripe or bitch about something, because you're in your power now. And that doesn't mean you're working harder. It means you're working less hard. Do you understand that? There's a shift. When we upgrade that system, the old system works so hard, blood, sweat, and tears. The new system, the upgraded system, the one that is connected to love, to the heart center, where the brain and heart are in alignment with your nervous system, is about ease. It's about flow. It's about organization and efficiency. Okay, so that is the potential reality for any of you who want to start listening more, want to start tuning in more, or if you want to have that, if you want to just sign up and do the work and get yourself to that other side now, and you don't want to wait, then reach out to me. The booking link to get on my calendar directly to have time one-on-one with me is www.untitled honorjanetsky.com/call. I will pop it above this talk. So see the link up there, click that, get on my calendar. And please only click the link if you're going to show up to the call. Because I've had a number of people lately who click the link and then at the last minute send me a cancellation, or someone yesterday who said, I'm not going to take the call. And that's someone else who's hurting, who desperately needs support now, that I'm going to show up and help, who you've taken a spot from. Okay. So, number one, you're worthy of that time and of my help. And two, show up for yourself. All right. Show up for yourself. Don't do it and then not show up, and someone else could have used that time. Okay. It takes a readiness to receive help to just have that call. No, we don't know how I can help you or what that's going to look like, or if you're going to be a fit for Awakened Motherhood. That's a conversation once we find out what's going on with you. All right, so show up ready to let me in and to share, and let me see you and let me see where you are. I promise you'll be deeply cared for and loved. You can ask my clients, how scary was that initial clarity call, and also what was the outcome for you, and did you get the support that you wanted on that call? So you guys weigh in and give the mamas some perspective on that. And I'm just so glad you're here. I want to lastly say thank you for being here. Thank you for helping to make this planet a better place and to raise the consciousness of humanity. Every action you take along those lines really flows to the next generation, to our kids, and raises the vibration of the planet. Vibration meaning emotional frequency. So from kind of angry or tapped out or tired or exhausted to present, to intentional, to conscious, so that we can truly connect with ourselves and our people and have a life that feels very worthy of living, and really, really, is one that is full of joy for us. So I'm just going to check some comments here, you guys, and um, see if I can answer any of them. Oh, it's not showing me. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so I'll go back and look at comments after. Feel free to drop questions. Tell me how it's going for you. Tell me the areas you're struggling with, and like, what's a problem you haven't been able to solve. Drop it below. Someone I spoke to just this week said, it's a big deal for me to reach out for help. Like, me too. I'm the same way. It's a big deal. I want to make sure I can't solve it myself first. And I certainly, have been there a lot of times trying to solve my own problems. And so I have a lot of empathy for that, but I also know it doesn't get us the result. It doesn't give us the resolution to try to work from a skill set we have that's inherently limited. You can only go at it from a few different ways when all you know is this. And if you want to solve a problem, you have to expand your skill set and knowledge bigger. You got to learn from someone who knows how to solve that problem you have. Okay. So reach out to me and we'll see if it's a problem I can help you solve. I love you all so much. I'm really glad you're here. Chat to me in the comments, and I hope you all have a beautiful day. I'll see you.